Hello and welcome back to Democracy 4. We left off last time at the end of a turn, so we have to read what happened. There's an urgent policy question that requires your immediate attention, census based on race. As a new census is coming up, there is a debate whether the government should record citizens' self-identified ethnic background, religious creed, or race. Socialists claim that these records would be useful to highlight and counter discrimination. Liberals and religious people warn about the risk that the system could be abused. Although modern science has disproved the concept of race, we cannot ignore the existence of discrimination against people of certain appearance. This reform will make the government and private sector, more aware to treat citizens equally and provide data useful to social scientists. Or, history has taught us the dangers of records based on ethnic background. There is the risk that government or another body surveys people based on their ethnicity or creed, or even worse, that some of these groups would be rounded up and detained. There's only one race, the human one. I think the concern that any sort of data recorded can be abused and misused is a fair one. However, you can't deny the historical concept of race and how it has affected, has affected and still affects people to this day. And any, tools that helps mitigate those effects, I think, is important. Or tools are important, rather, to be totally grammatically correct. Let us record ethnicity. Of course, it's self-identified, so you don't have to. Liberals hate that, religious hate that. Why do the religious hate that? Interesting. Racial tensions go down, education goes up, socialist up. Okay, let's see. So person overcrowding is down. Crime still continues to fall. Our income is going up, even though we have increased spending in various sectors. How many people are middle class? 54%. Again, I still think we should just focus on... there aren't that many socialists, so we're not going to be focusing on the socialists, even though they do love us. We're going to be focusing on the environmentalists, which, where are they? There they are. And we're going to be focusing on... let's actually sort by membership. Oh my god, I didn't notice that in the background you can see membership. Holy crap. Let's sort by membership. So, state employees and environmentalists are a safe bet. Religious will be hard to please because they have some messed up ideas, like they don't like gay marriage, they don't like the death penalty, which I think is fair. So maybe we should abolish the death penalty. The only ones who don't like it are the conservatives, and they're like down here, and they don't necessarily like us anyways. How do I abolish it? It's probably going to be incredibly costly to do so. Cancel policy, I can't. Because I need 21 political capital, yeah. Maybe that's a second term kind of thing. Gay marriage, gay marriage rights are high. That's good. Probably not good enough, but still good. Gender transition, conservatives and religious don't like it. Liberals like it. Health goes up, liberalism goes up. Alcohol law. So, minimum age 21. Way harsher than it is in Norway. In Norway, it's 18. Denmark, it's 16. Increases alcohol consumption and will... see. Increase crime, and that makes sense because the more things you make illegal, the more crime there is. Let's lower it. Oh no, it's expensive though, isn't it? Yeah, it's 8. No, 5. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, I was looking at race. That's not so bad. Okay, 5 political capital to lower that. Youth's gonna be happy. It's gonna give us some, long-term positive effects. Coal-fired power stations. They don't like nuclear weapons, yeah. I mean, we could start, like, nuclear disarmament. So, they like nuclear fission, but not nuclear power stations. Decommission at end of life. Ah, okay, they like... Okay, so, yeah, okay, the further in I go, the more they don't like it, but while it exists, they're, like, kind of happy with it. Interesting. I might be... and I think I am misunderstanding how that works. Let's see, what affects coal-fired power stations? The lack of hydroelectricity and natural gas power stations increases coal-fired power stations, I think. And something that's off-screen is affecting that. Huh? So the only way to... Yeah, the only way to reduce this is to provide alternatives. Now, we have nothing that is increasing hydroelectricity, for example. Then I'm going to assume it's far, far down here. Cap CEO pay multiplier based. Workers dividends based. Ban coal. We don't have enough capital. How much do you need? 16. So it would take us 2 quarters in order to get the capital necessary. The environmentalists will love it, though. We don't have that much in terms of coal-fired power stations. I think we're going to do that. I'm actually just going to not do anything else this quarter and then go for the ban on coal immediately. Yeah, he's probably going to resign. Health is going up. Crime is going down. Poverty is going down. Cool. GDP is going up. Autonomy for indigenous nation. There is an urgent policy question that requires your immediate attention. Good news, the global economy is doing well. Yeah, polls report 3% in the vote in an election. That's horrible. Since time immemorial, an indigenous tribe has lived in a province which was annexed by our country a few centuries ago. Today, some of these people request a local legislature. Autonomy would promote their native language and culture, as well as reducing racial tension. In Norway, we actually have 2 legislatures. We have one for the Sami indigenous people, and we have one for, the Kingdom of Norway. More patriotic members of the tribe are concerned that an autonomous province would become poorer than our country as a whole. It probably will be, but that's for other reasons. Long ago, we stole the land from this tribe, and it's about time we give it back. So, like, the whole poverty argument there, that can be prevented through other policies. Whether or not those policies will be enacted is another thing. It might be a setback for welfare, but you cannot put a price on freedom. All people should be able to elect politicians who speak their own language. Nation rests on unity and diversity. Our government has functioned well, and we shall not send these people into a poverty trap. Their culture has survived until today, and it will survive in the future as part of our national heritage. No, it won't survive until the future, unless you take measures to make it survive, because measures have been taken in order to erase it, and now measures are needed in order to preserve it. Patriots hate that. Racial tensions go down, ethnic minorities membership goes up, and poverty goes up. Well, poverty's on the way down anyway, so that's fine. What about this? Dustin Thompson, currently working as your foreign affairs minister, is tired of serving in our government and may wish to leave their position and possibly politics altogether. You may be able to persuade him to stay by taking steps to further please their core supporters, young people, and commuters. I mean, I did please young people a little bit, but he just kind of hates me. He's got low political capital. I gotta get this guy out of here. Costs 10 capital to do so, and I need 16 of that. Damn. Okay, so maybe next quarter we do the coal ban. I can fire him, but okay, fire, and then hire. Okay, that's actually not that bad. I'm not gonna hire Boris Johnson, even though he would help in getting the conservatives to vote for us. They don't really like us all that much. Liberals, she's probably going to be more important, but we need loyal people with high political capital income. Conservatives and retired. Are there a lot of retired? No. But the retired love us. Conservatives and commuters. This guy, Benjamin Lopez, doesn't look too bad. Self-employed and capitalist. If I can keep him until election, he's going to be helpful. Let's hire him. How about you? How do I make you more loyal? Socialist and retired. I mean, I've done things for the socialists, trade unionists I've done things for, and environmentalist parents. I'm doing things for these people, so I don't know why they I don't know why they dislike me. Maybe it's just because I'm not doing enough. Okay, we got 23 capital, so let's ban coal. Wait, convert coal plants to biomass? CO2 emissions go down. Let's do coal ban. There's really no need for coal anymore. It takes 4 quarters to implement, so it's not going to be implemented until a year from now, which we have maths 16 quarters in our term total, and I don't know how many we have left. Ban coal a little or ban coal very. Let's just completely ban it. Or we can just do like a high coal ban. Or just a coal ban, I guess, and then it's gonna make them eventually not exist. If I understand it correctly, tourism ad campaign will potentially give us income over time. Let's see, public services. So we need these are like no-brainers that are easy to implement, but we need things for the commuters. That's gonna be under transport. Telecommuting or working from home. Oh yeah, let's do that. Productivity up, commuter membership goes down. Membership isn't that bad, commuters will still like it though. So we reduce the membership, we don't have to deal with that many of those voters, and we also satisfy them. With it increasing productivity, it doesn't matter that much that I'm going to be increasing. Yeah, no, everyone loves this. It doesn't matter that much that I'm going to be, putting a lot of money into it. Let's get ready for a pandemic. Let's see. Basic staff, basic protective gear. I think like this is where we were all at. PPF plans, special equipment, special containment vehicles, teams training, warning systems, special operations team, naval assets, and evac centers. And it's not that much more expensive to do evac centers there. Okay, and then next turn. Ethnic plot. Our latest security reports indicate a growing threat from an extremist organization known as the Multicultural Warriors. Environmental Conservation Aid, rather. An international organization has unemployment is on the way down, crime is on the way down, poverty is on the way down. Good. Palatable natural environment is suffering, so this injection of resources to fight its decline is most welcome. However, that our government needs such external support has been criticized by patriotic commentators. So people are giving us money to help our environment. I don't care, that's good, I like that. Environmentalists like it, and they are one of our largest voting blocks. They are becoming more happy. Again, God is helping us there with that little green arrow, I think. I have no idea what that is. Might be a mod that's put one of these little bubbles out in space. Reduce money supply? What is going on with these? Oh, that's a PPF, yeah, it doesn't have an icon. You can see, like, it's being implemented, so it's going up, I think. What is this, border wall? Yeah, border wall. Minimum, yeah. It's even so, it cost $8.9 billion. And it's minimum. Well, let's see, funding it, $46 billion. Illegal immigration, I don't really believe that it's reducing it by that much. I mean, there's videos of people climbing over them with ladders. Let's cancel this policy. $9 billion for, you know, for what? Foreign aid, not gonna increase that yet. How do we reduce this? Because it seems like it's just on the way up. It's just polluted cities and the environment. We are trying to help. Rail usage. Let's maybe increase rail usage to lower lower car usage, if that will work. Let's have a look. Is there a state rail company? Yeah. I think state rail companies are really cool because when we used to have one in Norway, traveling with a train was incredibly pleasant and incredibly cheap, and now it's kind of expensive and kind of confusing because now there's like 18 companies. And they change every 2 years. Fuel efficiency standards, honestly, it increases car usage, but environmentalists like it, so let's implement it. Very cheap as well. Next turn. Pollution. Water shortage is down, or is gone. Pollution problem is now under control. You were woke. Oh, okay, you were woken in a panic this morning by news that armed extremists had made an attempt at your life. A group of armed anti-government protesters claiming to be from the Black Power group opened fire on government buildings this morning, breaking into windows and injuring some staff, but luckily causing no fatalities. They represented the anger of the country's ethnic minorities. Please don't order me around, or would you rather that I declare martial law, Rodrigo Duterte? I thought I mean, obviously I haven't done enough. It's America. We're kind of in a fucked up, shitty situation, and saying like, oh yeah, I did these things for ethnic minorities is kind of like, you know, I don't think a couple of crumbs here and there is going to erase 200 years of anger and stuff. Or actually, that's not even fair. More like more like 500 years of anger, because I think the Native Americans or the you know, the First Nations may tend to be forgotten in the conversation of you know, of ethnic minorities and, you know, justice for them. How do we make them happier? So yeah, it's just these guys who are insanely angry. Oh god, yeah. Angels of Heavenly Justice and the Multicultural Warriors and the Avengers of Mother Earth. Mother Earth. We, let's see, mandatory microchip implant. Torture usage by secret services inactive. I feel like that's not true. I feel like that's a thing that definitely happens in America. Wiretapping is also a thing that happens in America. CCTV cameras are also a thing that happens in America. Guess we could increase funding for the Secret Service. But yeah, we gotta deal with these guys. Biometric checks, yeah, that's kind of fucked up. Passport checks is fine enough. And then, is racial tension still a thing here? That's polarization. Fake news. Alcohol abuse. Probably didn't help that I lowered the age of, like, the legal drinking age, but oh well. Food crisis, environmental protests. Polluted cities. And competitive economy. I don't see... Hold on. It might still be a thing, it's just not, It's just not a crisis anymore. Our popularity is going up, though. But so is, Oh, and voting intentions are going up as well. Nice. Yeah, this is this is America, alright. So wait, so are the poor not even a... Okay, they're not a huge voting group. Oh, they are pretty big, 44%. We should probably try to help them as well. They are happy with us, though, and getting happier. Game hunting restrictions, licensed, that's fine. I think people should be able to hunt. And you should need a license for it. Plenty of my friends own guns and hunt. Yes, that is a thing that also happens in Norway. People own guns in Norway. It's not... We're not a disarmed populace. I believe, actually, per capita, there are more guns in Norway than in America. It's just way easier to get them in America. And it's, you know, we have more bolt-action rifles and stuff, and not as many pistols. I'm looking at things. I'm just gonna end the turn and see what happens next turn. And see how the developments... Oh god, religious plot. Ban non-LED bulbs. Our security services have been watching the group of religious extremists known as Angels of Heavenly Justice. Yeah, they are problematic. GDP is up, crime down, poverty down. Ban non-LED bulbs. LED light bulbs are incredibly efficient, more so than compact fluorescent and dramatically more than incandescent bulbs. There are calls to ban the sale of older bulbs to encourage everyone to switch to LEDs in order to reduce energy usage and help fight climate change. I think this is a good thing. However, I also do have to selfishly say that I hate LED bulbs in the headlights of cars because they fucking blind me every day. Norway is dark all the time, so at least during the winter, and the winter is long. So yeah, when I go outside and like a car way down the road turns in towards me, I am blinded. Nobody has better respect for intelligence than Donald Trump. Quote by Donald Trump. Yeah, let's ban non-LED light bulbs. The environmentalists will love it. Energy efficiency up. Important because, of course, environmentalists are our base at the moment. Poor like us. Good. Of course, the things that we do that make them like us also make them not exist anymore. Not as in we're killing the poor, we're doing the opposite. We're lifting them up into the middle class, which means they no longer exist, and they start to hate us. This guy, speaking of people who hate us, Joshua Martinez. Listen, Martinez, you are a conservative and you're also a trade unionist. I can work with you on one of those. I can't work with you on the other one, I don't think, because the conservatives don't seem to like conserving the environment. Polluted cities. I guess we could just increase pollution controls. Well, it's actually on the way down. It's below the stop trigger, so it's gonna stop being a thing, which means, yeah, we're gonna get happier environmentalists. Skills shortage. Let's fund education. Where is education? University grants. Anything else we could do for education? What is selective schooling? Government has to take a view on whether it is best that all students be educated together in the same classroom regardless of ability, or if it is desirable to place the most talented students in their own classes, which teach faster, or maybe even have dedicated schools for those of the highest ability. So the problem with that is, how do you measure ability, and also, just how do you measure ability? Do you measure it in results? What influenced those results, right? What if poor people have lower results in college tests, right? Because they had lower funded, or schools with lower funding when they were children, or they had lower caloric intakes or worse diets because they didn't have so much money. So by doing this, you're essentially creating a you're basically cementing generational wealth, because these people who grew up rich or in better neighborhoods are equipped with more skills and such to then get richer. So is it going to fix anything? No, not really. It's going to cause new problems. It's going to make these bright people who have already got a head start on life get further, but it's going to leave a lot more people in the dust. I don't like this. I think, neutral is bad. Separate classes or dedicated school, or no selection. So, separate classes, I'm not wholly opposed to, for example, having a baseline where everyone goes to, and then people who need special attention or extra, extra attention or whatever from teachers, or specialized teachers having the ability to attend those classes. Though I also do believe that those people should still be taught alongside everyone else, because you shouldn't socially isolate someone based on their abilities, either their lack of, or their abilities, or whatever. That's very fucked up, right? Because you're kind of authorizing them to the other kids, and you're creating a situation where they don't have the same opportunities for making friends as other people, and that could lead them to social isolation, which isn't fun. So I don't know what separate classes here will mean. Liberals like it. Socialists like it. Conservatives, let's see. So, okay, so yeah, they like it even more if I do it further, but I don't know exactly what it means. Education goes down, but that's how do you measure quality of education? I'm going to do separate classes. How do you measure quality of education? Do you measure the productivity of students who go through the education and how that increases compared to the people who don't go through the educational system? Or do you measure it in human fulfillment? And how do you measure human fulfillment? I think that a good education system is one that equips people, but also helps them figure out how to live fulfilling lives and good lives, and be good humans to each other. And those are more important, in my opinion, than creating productive human beings in order to, grease the engines of capitalism. But that's just me. Let's see. Our coal ban is chugging along. What did our income start at? Can I see a graph? Chart. Our income is the green here, so it hasn't really gone up that much. Global economy has had a little rut and then it's going back up. Debt is still climbing. So it's hard because there's cool and really good stuff you can do here, but you don't really think about it because it's in a separate menu. Ban cryptocurrency, yes, based. I hate cryptocurrency. I'm sorry. Packaging tax. This is levied on the consumer technically, because the price ends up on the consumer anyways. I don't necessarily love it. You see, yeah, everyone income goes down. I don't necessarily love it. It's one thing that can help, but it's not the way of fixing things. Let's see. The only way to do this is to basically say hey, this is a tax that you guys have to pay, but you're not allowed to increase prices in order to offset the tax cost. And I don't think that's necessarily practical. Plastic tax, also not necessarily the best. Junk food tax, I like more. But then again, a lot of junk food is cheap to make and therefore cheap to buy, and therefore eaten by poor people. So you see, poverty goes up if I do this. Health food subsidies is a much better thing to do. Less popular, but doesn't actually put the tax and the extra cost on the consumer. First tax, don't need that. I've got, multiplayer or like frequent flyer tax anyways. Sex work tax, again, don't need that because I don't know how much sex work, yeah, potential cost, potential income. Is there a sex work industry? I mean, there is one, but like, not much money to be made there. How about a legalization of things? Welfare. Winter fuel subsidy. Rent controls, tobacco awareness campaign, reduces tobacco usage, alcohol awareness campaign. Actually, let's do an alcohol awareness campaign because I think it's cheap. And then let's do and we already have like alcohol abuse being a thing. Carbon capture and storage. Let's do, oh, that's expensive. And it takes a long time to implement. Maybe not. Small business grants. I do want a state telecom company and a state energy company. That's going to increase state employee membership. It's not going to make state employees happier, though. So I don't know how we do that, because, again, state employees, there's many of them. And, like, when we're going to be cutting funding from the military, we want to be, putting more funding towards state employees. They like, happiness influences. They like our grants and stuff that actually create state employees, it seems. So if I cut military spending, that's going to make them very unhappy. They have a lot of complacency, apparently. Let's see. Let's do some state companies. Let's actually do a state rail company, which environmentalists should like. It's not on here, but cost to nationalize industry. Should I spend $126 billion on nationalizing the state rail industry? Every quarter we spend $329 billion anyways, so. And how much money can we make on this, by the way? Potential income, 21 billion to 0 billion. We'll have a large one-off cost. Yeah, let's nationalize the rail industry. This could become terrible, but let's do it. Rail industry just no longer becomes a thing because we own the railways, right? Commuter membership goes up. So much money we're putting towards it. Oh, and also, it doesn't cost any political capital. Unemployment goes down. If we pump just a lot of money into it. We're not going to pump too much money into it. Actually, no, we are 53 billion. Oh god. Yeah, let's try it. I've already said I'm gonna do it, so I want to increase rail usage is the thing. What's going on here? Commuter income. Oh well. Let's do it. And now that's gonna increase our deficit by a lot. Polluted cities is gone. Message from our minister. Yeah, he hates us. Farmers plot. Okay, let's. Black Lives Matter. After high profile police arrest where a person of color was killed, a wave of anger about racial inequality has swept across our nation. Racial tension is up. Liberalism is up. Cool. I mean, not good, obviously. New party donor. Fundraising efforts have managed to attract a new wealthy individual to donate to your future campaign funds. Make sure you keep this donor happy and pay attention to the groups they sympathize with. If donors become unhappy, there is a chance you will lose their financial support. Okay. Let's he wants welfare fraud department. I'm gonna say goodbye, Martinez. Thank you for your service. His campaigning sympathy is really good. But I already have a guy who can... No, that's self-employed and capitalist. Do I have someone? Yeah, I have her for conservatives, but she's not that good at campaigning. Do I cynically implement welfare fraud department? No, I don't, because I don't think that's going to please him enough. I mean, it might actually, and he's a really good minister. Welfare fraud department. That's not poor membership, that's the poor don't like it. And that ethnic minorities don't like it, and they already tried to kill me, so this is a this is a risky play. Undercover investigators, reporting hotline. God, reporting hotline is such a scummy thing as well. Okay, and then we're halfway through our term. And we're through this video. The first video was longer, this because, you know, there's a lot of rambling. This one we actually started playing, so I want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Of course, if you need anything, you can find it in the description down below. Bye!